Hi. So here we are talking about interview success. How you can make a very positive impression when it comes to interviews, okay? And making an interview success also means you should avoid the common interview mistakes. So what are some of those mistakes? I kind of got this information from this website, themuse.com, and you can see that there are some mistakes that you should avoid. First one is you are probably over explaining why you lost your last job. You don't want to bring in a lot of negative energy, so you have to pay attention to it. Conveying why you are not losing your last job. Maybe it was a really good company, but maybe there was something happened. Maybe there was a mismatch between you and your manager. The manager ended up criticizing you for something, and you don't want to dwell too much on it. If you don't have humor, or if you are not showing enough interest or enthusiasm, then all of them can be issues. Similarly, if you don't know much about your employer, okay, you applied for a job in Coca-Cola company or Pepsi company, and if you don't know enough about the employer, probably they are not going to be impressed with you. So you have to do your homework, and we will talk about doing homework at a later chapter as well. Concentrating too much on what you want. You should be focused on what your customers want. Here, the customer is actually the company that's going to hire you. So you have to ask yourself what the company wants and how I can provide that, okay? Trying to be all things to all people. You cannot say, oh, I have worked in marketing, I have worked in sales, I have worked in finance, I have worked in operations, I have worked in everything. Unless you are a small business owner, you will not have worked in each and everything. So you can say, I know that these are all important things and I have expertise in these first 3 or 4 things, and the other things I will have to work with team members. That shows that you are a team player, that you want to work with others. And you don't want to be winging the interview, that if you don't think about the answers that you want to say, then you will be winging at the interview, and we don't want that. Failing to set yourself apart from other candidates. As I told you in one of the earlier videos, the students that come to my office room, they always say they are hard workers, they have the best work ethic and this and that. But then what makes them so unique? It's their personal stories, their personal backgrounds, where they come from, who are their friends. They are very unique for different individuals. That's what I would like to know about. And similarly, failing to ask for the job. Hey, I am really interested. I am talking to you about this job and I want this job. Can I get this job? Can I get this internship? You have to do those certain things. So you really have to pay attention to it. And then at an interview, what type of questions you can be asked? What was your experience like at, whether you worked at this place, what was your experience? Or why do you want to work for us? This is a very common question you can get. There is an even more basic question, that is, tell me about yourself. That is the most basic question, okay? Tell me about yourself. And this is your 2-minute spiel, okay, where you have to say why you are the right person applying for this job, and what is your background, how you can communicate in an effective manner. And this is where the elevator pitch and other things become very important, and we will be talking about that in a later chapter. What do you know about our company? They will ask you that question, so you need to do your homework so that you can make a very positive impression on that particular question. Why did you leave your previous job? Maybe there was not enough money, but then you're not going to openly say that. You have to say that, hey, you know what, it was not the right fit for me. At a point I realized that I need to grow more, and this company position or this particular job that I am appearing in right now, interview that I'm appearing in right now, is a much better fit than the previous one, like that. And there are also some other interview tips that are given in this picture. Learn about the organization, do your homework, have a specific position in mind that you would like to fill. If you are interviewing for a position such as sales, you should be thinking about, you should have gone through the sales job openings and then try to make a contact with the manager and then try to ask for that particular position, rather than saying, hey, do you have any jobs in your organization, in your company that I can apply for? They are not going to do the homework for you. You have to do the work for yourself, okay? Review the qualifications for the job, okay? What do they expect and things like that. And then be ready to briefly describe your related experience. That is where this tell me about yourself can become a big role, okay? So think about that. And I have given a few other links, and I will be asking you to watch some of these videos so that you kind of familiarize yourself on how to sell yourself in an interview situation. Okay, and since this course is all about sales, I will highlight mostly on the sales component in these videos. Okay, this particular video talks about a person who has the right answers for every question, and he has done his homework and the answers flow out of his mouth without even a little bit of hesitation, and that makes him the best salesperson according to the Shark Tank, say the people that are trying to invest in companies through Shark Tank. Now there is also other types of videos that you will see. This particular role play where a woman is trying to sell golf clubs, I have created a video clip out of that, a homework out of it. So you'll watch that 10-minute video clip and then tell me what they did well or now what they didn't do well. And so these are the things that you will do for this course, for this chapter, as we move forward with this course concepts. Okay, so we have covered the basics of sales, why sales is important. It brings in a lot more revenues to the company. Sales is global and you need to have a helping attitude with focus on customers, and sales is where the companies actually get their products moved into the customers' locations, and sales can also bring in lots of information from the customers into the company. Okay, I'm scrolling a little faster. And you have to tell stories, and you have to learn how to establish the brand of your company, and the brands are unique, consistent, personalized, and emotional, as you can see here. And finally, you have to know what your brand is, and there are lots of things you can do. What are your knowledge, skills, academic achievements, or sales or work experiences? Think about all these things so that you can make a positive impression at an interview. So this concludes chapter number 1. Next, we are getting into the 7 steps of selling. Okay, so that is what we will be doing in the next chapter.